This is example 2 for the feature patterns lesson. A starting point file is required. To begin example 2, again I've opened up my base geometry and saved a copy of it in my own personal working directory. In this example, we're going to be making use of a linear pattern. So this time we can just simply select linear pattern, and now we're being prompted for the direction. For the direction, I tend to like to select an edge that's headed in the correct direction, and we can see we'll also have a reverse direction arrow so we can define the direction that we want to pattern along that edge. Now we can define the distance apart. I'm going to use 4 inches with 5 instances. You'll also note that had we wanted to go in 2 directions, we could select a second edge and create the linear pattern in a second direction as well to create maybe 5 by 4 or something like that. But in this case, we simply want to select the one single direction. Now the next thing we need to do is select the features we'd like to pattern. So I'm going to select the fillet as well as the boss. And now you'll see the preview is showing these patterns showing up considerably above my part, and we'd obviously like them to extend down to the part. We'll see we've got geometry pattern selected. I'm going to unselect geometry pattern, and unfortunately the preview hasn't updated, but what's happening when we unselect geometry pattern is SOLIDWORKS is going to make use of the information captured when creating the first feature. So the first feature used an up to next extrude, maintaining the extrude a distance until it hit the next feature, which was this angled face. So by unselecting geometry pattern, all of these extrudes will maintain that information and extrude until they hit their next face. If geometry pattern were selected, we would pattern just the geometry created by these features. So it would look exactly like the preview. I think we'll understand that best by simply selecting OK and seeing what happens. And now we can see that, as I mentioned, these extrudes were up to next extrudes, so as we pattern them, the extrude continued to the next surface. So it's a pattern, but it maintained the parametrics. Well, that concludes this example, and I hope it was a help.